Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. For everyone that's here, we are once again Tuesday night playing Shadowrun missions, getting into the Chicago story arc, and we are here with one, two, three, four of our 5 players. And Thomas is missing right now tonight. He's not going to be here because he is in the process of moving from somewhere in the world to the United States of America, specifically Chicago, where he is going to be hanging out with Sarah a lot more often, and everybody's happy about that. So
Yeah.
Somewhere in the world is Montreal, by the way.
Montreal,
somewhere in Canada, Stan.
China, Madagascar. I mean, who knows where those places are really, if they even exist. So yeah, welcome everybody. Once again, Danny. I am the Shadowrun missions developer for Callus Game Labs. We're going to be doing missions, and joining us tonight are Jen, Duryea, Sarah, and Chris. We're going to get right into it. This is our 3rd session in the first episode of the missions arc, Chasing the Wind. When we left off last week, we were at the Midway Airport trying to figure out the best way to approach, they figure probably the control tower, so they can install some sort of device that is going to increase the output of the sort of matrix signal in the area. Prior to that, they were at a place called Janus Industries, where they were hired by Simon Andrews, a sort of lizard dragon man guy person thing, who wanted them to go and find technology and confirm that technology existed there and maybe bring him some of the technology. But what they discovered was a little bit beyond just, putting in your handbag and carting off. Basically 11 tanks full of clones and 1 empty tank and evidence of an escaped clone that murdered everybody horrifically in the building. So they did not want to stick around for that. They went ahead and called him and said, yeah, there's technology here. And he said, yep, I'll go get it. That's fine. So with that, they are now on the in Midway Airport getting ready to
Woohoo! Thanks, Chris, for subscribing.
So we're at Midway Airport. We're gonna install the second part of our 2 repeaters that we're trying to install. They've arrived, and they're just trying to figure out perhaps what the best way forward is. So do they run in just guns a-blazing? Do they want to maybe phone a friend? Do they want to just kind of see what they can do from afar? And with that, Kaida had summoned a spirit of air. He does know that there is another spirit of air kind of patrolling around the airport, and there's lots of snow on the ground. It's cold, and probably at least 2 folks at the tower and maybe a 3rd. So with that, let's pick it back up. Action to you.
So yeah, we're sitting here just kind of planning. So we had some ideas before. The problem is with having the spirit, it's going to be real hard to sneak past. It's doable, but it's going to be hard. We also talked about doing a get dressed as repair people and go in that way. We've talked about just talking to them directly. Etienne mentioned let's just go say, hey, we want to put this box down on your tower. And then Gertrude mentioned using a VTOL to get where we want to be. So and Kato mentioned doing a what? Mentioned doing a distraction.
Kaida, yeah.
Kaida.
Yes,
Kaida?
I remember the distraction. Kaida, yes, Kaida.
Does anybody
I'm sure you remember the distraction.
Yes, I remember the distraction. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know who came up with it, but I thought it was a good idea.
So I want to ask the group, does anybody have any capital?
Like money?
Exactly that.
If
That
we
is a
did,
good
we wouldn't be
question.
Shadowrunners.
I mean,
She's got a point.
these people are
That's a good
smugglers.
point.
We could always just grease palms or at least front like we want to buy something.
Are we sure that they're smugglers?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I like that idea. If we
Um,
pretend like we're trying to get something smuggled, I mean, it'll at least justify why we're here and not a threat.
Yes. And then we don't have to, the easiest disguise is to be yourself. That's what I've always learned. This is not a
What kind of
lie. You don't
disguise?
have to remember anything.
I like that idea. Actually, I don't have a problem with it. I'm down for it.
all right. Etienne mentions he's got 633 million to his name right now. So, I mean, if he's got to invest it to make this run smoothly.
Does anybody know the street rates for like jazz or anything like that?
I know a little bit about markets, so let me reach into my list of knowledge. If I can just find where that is. There it is. Okay, so I have gray markets, I believe, and black markets.
Yep.
I have black markets. I know information about black markets, and I know information about gray markets, and I know information about organized crime. They're all about the same level, so I don't know. What would I just roll or something for what?
So it
I don't know.
depends on what you think is going to be closer to the information you're trying to look for, right? So if you're just trying to figure out,
Okay.
well, black market / gray market stuff. Gray market, of course, is like legal goods, but like through non legal means
channels.
of moving them. And then black market is of course the illegal goods. So
Right. Says we don't know what this box is, right? I'm assuming it's some black market type.
The box on the that you
right.
have to fix?
We're replacing it. Yeah. So maybe we can just use gray markets. Let's just do that. So I'm gonna roll information about the gray markets to see what rates on these boxes are, because that's all we want to do is buy the box, right?
Or buy or move something. The box itself you just want to fix.
Got you. I think. Okay. So I'm gonna roll gray market information. No modifiers.
No modifiers.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 hit. All right.
Eek.
So, you're fairly tapped into the various sorts of markets and everything. So, that Midway is one of the main sort of distribution points for goods throughout the zone. A lot of people come in, they bring whatever people in the zone need and take out whatever they're going to take out from the zone to anywhere else that they're going to go. So it's definitely, the idea that you're here to move something or want to get something moved, it would be completely legitimate. It would be something that everybody here could understand. If you're just saying like whatever it was, I mean, it didn't matter. It wouldn't matter what it was. It could be goods, it could be food, it could be drugs, it could be people, all kinds of things. This is the hub for the containment zone, moving things in and out.
Push to talk, maybe?
Yeah, you got to push to talk.
Yes. So apparently that if we go over there and ask them for some stuff, it won't be that weird. So let's do it.
I like the quiet option.
The quiet option, yeah, this works. But in case, should we have a backup plan?
Loud is free. We could just do that at any time.
Loud is free.
I like that.
Is that going to be able to get us up to the top of the tower where we need to, because that's where the box has to go, right? Or the replacement?
It's an evolving plan.
Oh, okay.
So this is just recon, basically.
I love recon.
Well, if it's recon, we don't all need to go.
Touche.
Fair enough.
Touche.
I agree.
someone can just one person can go and scope out the situation and then report back.
Who do we elect? Can't they tell that I'm doing magic
Yep.
if I go too close to the spirit? So I don't need to go.
You can still go. You can use
it's not
that
a bad
handy
thing.
ghost form.
So I can go even with my spirit attached to me, and it won't.
I
be
mean, you
deemed
know,
a
you
threat?
probably don't want to like have it make any sudden weird moves or anything, but it's spirits are spirits. They're around, you know.
Okay. Well, I think the group should decide, but I'm down with going if y'all think it's best that I go. But I kind of think we should let Satchel go. I don't know why.
I mean,
It's his idea, kind of, sort of.
that's fine with me.
All right, you're up. Show
Yeah.
us what you can do.
Okay. And just like
All right.
hobbles.
So from where you are, where the van is parked, it's a good almost half mile out to the tower. So you can trudge that in the snow in the dark, or you can drive up closer, or there's options.
Hey Gertrude,
Mm-hmm.
can you pull up a little bit slowly?
Yeah, I can do that.
It's pretty icy out.
Well, I don't want you to fall. Then I'd have
I-
to fix your sprained ankle.
Yeah, I'd hate that. Thank you for looking out. Good looking out.
Okay. So with that, you drive out onto the tarmac, and you know, slowly, so nobody gets worried, or you know, any trigger figures don't kind of go off, and you get a little bit down the way from the tower there, which the tower for everybody else is this right there. That's where you're trying to get. So you stop the vehicle a little ways down, and Satchel hops out. By this point, the two guards that Kaida noticed in the doorway, they are fully outside of the door, one to either side. They do appear to have weapons of some sort of long arm, maybe a rifle, maybe shotguns. But they are not aggressive. They're not pointing them at you.
Good evening. It's evening, correct?
It's pretty much night at this point.
I think we
So,
said last
yes.
session we were like pretty much at midnight.
Right? Yeah. Hey, what's who are we here from? The Galactic Princess or Quantum Princess, right?
Quantum Princess, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I walk up and I'm like, hey, you got some jazz?
They look at each other.
Or do you know where I can find it?
What are you, like a adrenaline junkie?
You can say that.
This guy came all the way out here for jazz. I don't know. I mean, maybe who's in the van with you?
Oh, I mean, they're not anybody important. They're too afraid to get out of the van. I'm just here for my fix. Can you help me out?
I don't know about that. I think you better move on.
Fair enough. And then I start turning towards the van. Is there any what is around me that I can see? Is there anything I can pick up or distract them with or anything like
Well,
that?
mostly there's a lot of snow,
Okay.
and the runways themselves, they don't need to clear them really, because there's a lot of the VTOLs that come in and out. They don't need runways, long spaced land. They just kind of plump down and then take back up to the air. So you kind of have to dig through the snow a little bit to see if there was anything on the ground. But again, you might find rocks and stone.
Okay. And it's just these two?
As far as you can see, there is a light in the tower, but you don't see anybody up there.
Okay. I'd like to turn on my wired reflexes.
Okay.
And then I kind of turn around, and then I'm kind of listening to see if how much attention they're paying to me as I start to hobble back towards the van.
Okay. So they're definitely watching you. They're not moving or making a hostile move. They don't you don't get the sense that they're super aggressive or worried about you. They just it's the containment zone. It's midnight. Weird van pulls up. Some guy hobbles out. It's just weird. It's a weird situation. So, but they seem pretty confident that they could probably handle you if it came to it, and they're not really worried about that.
Okay. So I just kind of hobble towards the van, and then when I get there, I kind of shrug, and I'm just kind of they seem pretty lax. I think we could brute force our way in if we had to.
What did they say?
Well, they just kind of looked at me and just told me to get on, and yeah, it seemed like a good
they
idea
didn't
at the time.
take you up on your shady van asking for some drugs?
No, they didn't.
I am shocked and surprised.
Well, why didn't you speak up?
Because you guys have been contributing ideas, and I don't want it said that I wasn't willing to see what happened.
Did you even try to negotiate with them at all, or did you just take the first no that they gave you?
I took the first no.
That was you. Clearly, they know you're not a drug addict since you said no to the first no. You don't. They never accept the first no. You have to be persistent. You blew your cover right there, dude.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
You want to show me how it's done?
Boss lady? Can I take a whack at it? Maybe.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So
as Kaida steps out and Satchel hops back in, Etienne looks over towards Flea, as we've been calling her, Flea, and says, "I don't think you were shocked or surprised." And Kaida moves towards the tower.
I blink at him and go, thanks for clarifying that for the group.
I do.
Okay.
I am aware of sarcasm.
I like sarcasm too.
All right,
Okay,
Kaida. So it's cold. The wind is blowing up. There's these two guys. Now you're walking up, and they're kind of looking at you. You shift your gaze quickly to the astral, to kind of get a gauge of what the spirit's doing. That was patrolling around, and it has stopped, and it is just kind of hovering, just facing in your direction, but it's not making anything that signals a hostile move or anything. Just watching. And so when you shift back to your normal vision, so you can talk to the guards, you're aware that it's there.
And just to be clear, when I shift in and out of astral, they can tell that I'm doing that, or no?
People cannot tell. There is a way for anyone who is astrally perceiving as well to tell, but just normal people can't.
There's a hint at it where your eyes kind of unfocus, but that's more story than a rules or anything like that thing.
Okay. So then I'm gonna walk up to these dudes and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, listen, it's freezing. We've been driving around in circles all night because until he gets his fix, he will not let us go. We have work to do. We got a lot of stuff we got to get done. Y'all can't help me out with this one time." Don't do me, dude. I know you got one. Come on, just hook me up.
Go ahead and make a negotiation check.
So how do I do that? Because I did
That
check
is an
my.
that is an active skill.
Okay, and that is here. Got you. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Oh wait, hold
So
on.
no
Before you roll that, it's not on the right thing.
Okay.
So boom. All right, now you can roll it.
No
what is
modifiers.
that? It is no modifiers.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
So 3 hits. Yeah, that and it should be social limit, but I don't know why that changed, but it's fixed now. So with 3 hits, so the one guy looks over, just give him some. He'll get out of here. Come on. And so the other guy kind of reaches into a little satchel and he pulls out a small inhaler, and is like, you got like 50 million.
Okay, and at this point, before I answer him, I think back to the group because we're still mentally linked. Like, all right, they went for the deal. What now?
I'm trying to
That's a
think.
good fucking question, idiot.
All right, so here.
Well, I have a plan, but I have to clear the plan with everybody because y'all know I'm about all the smoke,
Yeah,
so I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
can I like sneak out of the back of the van and like try to come up behind them as they're doing this deal?
You can try to sneak. Okay. Yes.
Can you cover us from the van? And like I say to Gertie and Flea
I don't
as
know
a
what that means.
guns.
Oh, okay.
Guns.
I look at,
All
at
right.
I look at Gertrude like while as his mental link is coming in. I'm like, we're so fucked. Like,
I don't think I can drive faster than an air spirit, but honestly, I don't know. I've never tried.
No. We're gonna keep it. Y'all wanted to talk to these people. We're talking to them. The conversation's open.
Mm-hmm.
So here's our chance to actually. I just don't know what we're gonna say. So it was Etienne's idea that we have this open dialogue with these people. We should ask. So now that they know, and once we do this deal, they're going to be a little bit more walls down, right? So then, can we tell them that we need to fix that box?
Oh.
Can we just ask?
Yeah, you can just ask.
are you just standing here like staring at them, like not
No,
having a
this is all
conversation
like,
in your brain?
no, I'm free.
Just like-
I'm freeze. It's happening super fast because when I do mental link, it just happens really fast. So,
We're communicating at the
All
speed
right.
of thought.
we really are. So when I asked them for this, oh yeah, how about this? Bring 50 million from the truck. Bring it to me. And
Nuyen is digital. It's so it's something that like on your comm link you can just fling money from your bank account to them.
Wave me from the van so I can come back into play. I'll pay with my
Yeah.
Nuyen.
let's do that. So then I wave him from the van, and he comes. So I'm gonna wave to him. Come on.
All right, here comes Satchel. He's moving up, and yeah, they're like he's got the inhaler. He's asking for 50 million.
Oh, yeah. Do you have more? Do you have more than just the one inhaler?
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, by the way, I wanted to say this if Duryea came back to the van, but this whole time I kind of want to be having a sub-voc conversation with Gertrude about the VTOL. Like, how like is this something you can hack into and just remote control?
I don't really drive that way, but if someone can get me inside a VTOL, then I can, turn it on and make it fly.
Well, the whole parking lot looks pretty empty. This control tower seems to be the only group with people in it. Might be pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not great at breaking into things. So if someone else wants to break in, if we want to leave it sort of the same way we found it, and more of a, smash to get into places.
I'm like, Etienne can just sneak us in with the Matrix, right? Question mark.
Sometimes you
So-
can hack planes and stuff like that. It depends.
It has to be on, he says.
So we're gonna so as I'm talking to Gertrude, like what if we just use it while these guys are our distraction, like we were talking about in the first place? And we get you in, you go around back, you take Etienne up and bring him on back down.
Sure. I mean, it won't look suspicious at all for the van that they've been coming in and out of to suddenly drive away.
I mean, or you can leave the truck here and just kind of stealth it over there. Use the truck as cover to get yourself to one of them.
Yeah.
Aren't we still invisible?
No.
I'm so
Oh.
sorry. No, we're not.
Okay.
We're not.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that
be
was
like,
dropped.
oh, coming in clutch.
We dropped that. You're right. We dropped that. Okay.
Oh, we have. Look at that, chat. We have a SmackDown that has a. So what I'll do is I'll just as Gertrude's like, well, what, the van's just gonna drive away? I'm just gonna kind of like lean forward and look past her out the window, and go, what about that one right there?
It's
can
in
use
my
the-
favorite color, black.
And you can use
Black is beautiful.
the truck as cover to, or the van as cover to get you over there.
Okay. I am ready for it. If that's what if this is now our distraction plan.
Keep
I'm
going,
fine.
guys. Go for more drugs. You're doing great.
So do you pay these guys do you pay them for the one that he's given you, or you just keep asking him for more?
Oh, I'll pay him for it's 50. It's only 50 an inhaler. That's easy. I'll do
He's
that.
asking for 50 for this inhaler.
Yeah.
So,
I'll give him the
Um,
50.
all right,
Do you have
well,
more?
No, I don't have more.
Do you know where I
This
can get
is
some more?
mine. This is
I appreciate you. You know, like I freely give him the 50, and I'm like, look, we're all copacetic. I just have a van full of people. You know what I'm saying?
this is not like a party.
I know it's not a party drug.
Look, we got work to do here. Probably just frag off.
Excuse me? Well, what language? I have never been so insulted by a gentleman that I just did business with.
Business.
I feel that you owe both of us an apology.
Show
All
him
right,
some
as
magic
this
tricks.
As this is happening,
Can I do that? Listen, okay. Mentally, I'm asking. Actually, no. I'm just gonna ask you. Certain spells, they can tell when I'm doing magic. But if they're like maybe like not really big spells, is it gonna be an alarm? Because I have a spell I kind of want to use.
Yeah, like you
So-
look like you're casting.
Well, so there's not really in Shadowrun, unlike Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, any movement that comes with casting, it's all like your own kind of how you want to do it. Like if you want, you can cast a spell without moving a muscle. There are telltale signs, right? Because you're going to be looking at wherever you're trying to cast your spell, so your eyes are going to go there, things like that. But you don't have to wave your hands around real big. So the bigger the spell, the more you have to focus to make it happen.
But there's certain.
The greater it is
But
if
is
they're
there
going
some-
to see it. So it's
Okay,
about the
cool.
size. It's not about what type of spell. It's about how much force you're putting into the spell, right? So think
Gotcha,
about it as
okay.
like you're holding something, and if you're just holding something that's light, people don't notice that you're doing anything. But if it's really heavy, you'll start straining, and they might notice your muscle straining, right? So that's kind of similar.
Okay, so then mentally, I tell Satchel, I ask him, "Do you have another 50?"
I do have another 50.
Great. Ask him for. Do we already pay for that last one?
We did.
Oh damn. Okay. Has he given it to us?
GM?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Okay. Well, screw it. I'll just risk it. We're looking at them anyway. So then because we're all mentally linked, I know that they're doing that plan. So then I want to cast control.
I did not tell you mentally. We did it on subvocal mics.
So then never mind. Okay. So then you did say keep going, guys. Your distraction's working. So
I said you're
once
doing
see
great.
that oh, okay. Oh. So then I decide that well, I can't separate what I know versus what Kaida knows now. Damn it. Okay, so Kaida then asks the group because I have my air spirit, right?
Mhm.
And my air spirit is casting protect on us. I'm gonna cast control thought on these two dudes. Because since I don't know what they're doing, I'm gonna have these dudes take us up to the tower top.
As you said before,
And I'm
you're the
looking at their
magic man.
face, and it looks so huh?
As you said before, you're the magic man.
Okay. I was gonna ask permission, but then I saw her face. Should I?
And now I'm a believer.
So just make sure you specify like if you're doing it or if you're asking or saying it, because you sounded like I'm gonna do this. That's what like you said. So that's why I was like, oof.
Gotcha. It was a question to the group mentally through our link. Hey guys, I'm gonna use control thought and get them to take us up to the tower. Since I'm staring right at them, it won't really look like I'm.
The spirit will see the magic happen.
Even that little bit. God damn it.
Okay. So honestly, you guys are doing great. Just keep their attention on you. Keep the spirit's attention on you. Like, cause a scene if you have to, but just keep them busy.
Okay. So then I shoved the guard that just told us to fag off.
Mm.
There we go.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
I'm sorry.
That is a way. All right. So yeah, you shove him, and
trying so hard, guys.
I know.
Yeah. So you shove him. All right. So let's go ahead and get some initiative. Meanwhile, so I was trying to figure out how to roll with modifiers, and I did figure it out. So that first perception roll I rolled is not a roll. The second one is the actual roll itself. So Gertrude actually hopped out of, while this is all going on, Gertrude has hopped out of the van and has kind of hunkering low, kind of, duck walked over to this VTOL that they didn't actually even notice was there because it's black and just, it's dark and nighttime. And she is trying to break into it without setting off any alarms, which is probably really difficult to do unless you have some sort of pending automatic 4 hits.
I did receive a smackdown last session.
So
woo!
All right. So so as she's like kind of gets up to it, she just notices that whoever parked it here, they forgot to lock up, they forgot to turn on the anti-theft, and they also left the keys in which is a thing that folks do.
Dude, Gertie MVP.
Right.
For real.
All right. Let's figure out this initiative tracker here. All right, here we go.
I just realized it's the same thing as D&D on Saturdays. You got to click your token.
Yes. All right, so I am going to clear our turn list thing. Yep, there we go. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to click your token, and then you're going to roll the initiative from your character sheet. And on your character sheets, that is going to be located on the left-hand side of your sheet under attributes where it says initiative.
I'm not sure if I'm entering mine right, Danny, because I get the +2 + 1d6 for my increased reflexes.
So what that should do is over on the when you have your character sheet open, on the right hand side of your where you have the gear. So you have core, arms, etc. There's a gear. On the right hand side, you have your modifiers. So you can add your initiative and initiative dice modifiers. Make sure those are checked, and then make sure that the modifiers toggle at the top of your pages to the right. And then you're gonna stand on one foot and spin around in a circle 3
I know
times.
that was a lot of information. Where what?
So your character sheet.
I'm there,
You're
and I'm
gonna
looking at
be-
my initiative.
All right, so you're going to be looking. So don't look at your initiative. So at the top of your tabs, where you're in Matrix right now, to the left
Matrix.
is the gear one. You want to go to the gear one, the gear. Boom, right there. And then down here it says initiative and initiative dice on the right hand side. And it says 2 and 1, and the boxes are checked. So those
cool.
are on, and your modifiers to the right. So it should be populating correctly.
Cool beans. Thank you.
All right.
I approve of this message.
Okay, and this guy. Oh, okay. That makes sense. And we need yours, Kaida.
Mine.
Yes,
Oh,
yours.
Yeah. You're the one who's starting the whole thing.
I know you're the one. If you buck, then we buck.
I thought it was like a little nice nudge, but I guess it's on now. So okay, what am I
Well,
doing?
I mean, I'm not saying it's on. I mean, whatever you guys want to do afterwards, they're just going to do something
Right.
about it on their turn.
Right. So I just have to click initiative, right?
So make sure you've got your token selected on the board there,
Okay.
and then click initiative in your character sheet.
I have to find my token. Can't see him. He's hidden. There it is. Click him. Okay. I clicked him. And I don't know. And then go to
And then hit the
character sheet.
Then hit the initiative button. Yep.
Gotcha. No modifiers.
Yeah, just on the left where it says initiative. Boom.
Okay.
Done, and done.
This is a great time to promote our YouTube channel where all of this crap can be cut out of it.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, we have got oh yeah, and there's also this guy right here. I forgot about him.
Oh, goodness.
Now we're good. Okay, so the person at the top is Gertrude, who's probably going to spend her action powering up this VTOL. So walk us through a little bit. You're jumping in that pilot seat, and
So I'm going to jump in the pilot seat and immediately push the chair all the way back because it's far too small for me. And start very professionally flipping switches and pushing buttons. And it looks very, very much like I know what I'm doing.
because she does. All right, so that is your action. Next up is this guard. He sees you shove his buddy, and he kind of like interposes himself between. Hey, back off! And he kind of actually now has the barrel of his weapon pointed at you. It is a assault rifle of some sort, but he does not otherwise. Oh, that's fun. He does not otherwise do anything about it. And so with that, Lila, what is your action?
So I see the gun turn on Satchel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me?
No, on Kaida.
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 I can't remember how holding action works in Shadowrun.
You just hold action, and then when it comes time that you want to do your action, you just do it, but with a -1 to your dice pool.
Okay. Etienne is with Gertrude, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and as I see this, I'm gonna scooch my way over to the driver's seat and be like, sorry, Gertrude, but I'm sitting way on the edge of it because I'm an elf and she's a troll. Even the steering wheel is like holding a big old.
It's modified for her size. So unlike the VTOL, which is human size, and so she's got to kind of fit herself in, this is set up for her.
I'm like leaning down with my feet like reaching for the pedals as I'm going here, but I basically am holding up to see if I'm gonna need to wing around and pick them up, but I'm still deciding, but I kind of just want to buy them time to get Etienne up there, so I'm waiting.
Okay, Satchel.
I'm gonna try, as he picks up the gun and points it towards Kaida, I'm gonna try to like move out of his sight and like draw my blade from my cane and like try to get into their blind spot.
Make a sleight of hand. Palming. We're gonna use
palming.
Yes, okay. Palming.
Alright. I would like to use one of my 6 edge now to use a smackdown.
So you're not going to use a smackdown unless you have a smackdown. The edge itself, what you're going to do is you're going to turn on the edge button at the top of your character sheet and then make the roll.
So turn on the edge button at the top? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you said palming or sleight of hand?
Palming. It will be what it is.
Okay. Attributes, core.
If you do not have palming, it is agility by default.
Okay. I do not. So agility by default?
So at the top of your skills, there's a default button for you to push. So make sure it says agility and physical.
Okay. I still don't see that. Oh, okay, I see it.
All right. Damn. Well, there you go. That's what happens when you add
nice
edge
roll.
to your dice pool. So that was.
So Chris, what just happened? Just so you know, is how many edge do you have on your character sheet?
On my character sheet, I have 4, but then I just gave myself 1, and then I have 1.
All that matters is what's on your character sheet for this. So what that's going to do is every time you spend an edge, you're going to get your total pool, so that's 4, added to your roll. So your agility, like what's your agility?
My agility is 7.
So 7 plus 4 extra dice. So not only does that happen, but every time you roll a 6 now, it explodes and you get to roll it again for another chance to hit. So you getting an 8 was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. So you had 11 dice originally to roll. Out of those 11 dice, I think like three of them came up 6s, and so you rolled some more, and one of those came up a 6, and then you rolled some more, and then one of those came up 6. So, yeah, you got 8 hits out of that. Oh
God!
So not so bad scared. For a defaulted skill. They don't seem to notice. I'm not even going to roll because that is higher than just their roll without modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they don't seem to notice you kind of pulling that blade out. Guard number 2, he's the guy that got shoved. So he is just kind of making sure he doesn't fall back. He checks behind him, and then he brings his gun up to him. He's like, "Hey, step back!"
Oh my God!
And then Kaida, what are you doing now?
Oh God, I don't know. I know what I want to do, but I think that would just be Armageddon for everyone. So I'm literally don't know what I should do. I need help. Because I feel like I could.
I'll whisper in your head. the party is
Yes.
split, so don't go getting into a fight you can't win.
But there's only 2 of them. Okay. I don't.
Says the mage, who is squishy as fuck.
I'm squishy, but I've got an air elemental. I clouded that one dude straight the hell out. This guy's behind them with a Bashir. I'm ready for the action right now. Like, I am like, oh, let's get these motherfuckers.
So, all right.
feel-
So, the first thing probably that you're going to want to do, because you had not prepped it beforehand, is you're probably going to
Right.
want to increase your reflexes so that you can actually move
That's
a
what I
little
was
faster.
thinking. Because
Um,
I think I'm gonna have to hand these guys if I do anything, and I don't. Because if I do magic, the air elemental that's floating around on top is gonna come, and that's really what's gonna be bad. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what kind
So,
of magic you use.
I'm gonna
So,
cast. I'm gonna cast my increased reflexes first and foremost.
Okay, so
Alright.
this is my
Okay.
favorite spell, so can I walk him through it, Danny?
go for it.
All right, so what is your spell casting dice pool?
You say that again in English, please.
So where you
Um,
have your spells and it shows you how many dice you'll roll, what's that number?
I believe. I don't know. I see on the left side, I see spell casting under my active skills, and that number is a 6.
Okay,
Right.
so and then what's
and
your
then
magic?
next to it, right?
So next to it, it says magic and social.
Right. So whatever it says next to the skill, so to determine your dice pool, it's the skill itself, right? So in this case, 6 for spellcasting. And then whatever it says
Gotcha.
next to that, whether it's magic, agility, strength, it's whatever number that is. So you go up to where your magic is.
Which I'm imagining it's
Okay.
6.
I don't see it. So wait.
It's under
Yes,
your
magic is
attribute.
6.
Okay, so that's 12
Yep,
dice.
it's 6.
So,
Okay.
so with 12 dice, you're going to go for as many hits as possible. But here's how increased reflexes works. Basically, you want to get faster. Mages inherently are kind of slow because you don't have a lot of cybernetics to make you faster, right? So this is going to do that for you. So what you want to do is choose your force. Now this is a drain heavy spell, so keep that in mind. But what you could do is, out of 12 dice, it's probably pretty feasible that you could hit 4 hits. And now what that'll do is if you cast at a force 4 and you get all 4 hits, you're going to get +4 to your initiative, plus 2d6.
Say that again. Say that one more time.
So if you cast at force 4,
Yes.
you have 12 dice to try to get 4 hits.
Yes.
Because that'll be your
Gotcha.
maximum. You can get less than that. It'll still help you, but we're hoping for 4. So with that,
Okay.
what that'll get you, if you get all 4 hits, is you'll get your initiative dice that you currently have. So your initiative
Which is
right now
6.
on the tracker
is
7.
5 plus 1? 7.
Yeah, you're slow as shit. So
Okay.
what this will do is increase reflexes. If you'll go up by 4 automatically, which will move your 7 to an 11, which gets you another turn in this
Okay.
round. So that's good.
Okay.
And then you'll also get to roll an extra 2d6 and add that to your initiative score as well.
Okay.
So
I think I understand that.
So
So basically, I'm gonna click. Go ahead.
so you can get fast. So like I have mine on right now and I rolled a 22 for my initiative. So what that means is
Okay.
I technically get to go 3 times.
Okay. Okay.
So
that
right now-
makes now that makes sense.
Yeah, right now you only get to go 1 time a turn.
Okay. All right. So I cast.
So click increase reflexes,
Okay. We'll
and
do
then
that.
your modifier is -2 because you have mind net up. So if it's asking for a modifier, it's -2. If it's asking for force, it's 4.
Oh,
Awesome. So what you get, you still get stuff. So you're gonna go
Okay.
up by 3 plus 1d6.
okay.
So you'll still get 2 turns. You just won't get 3 turns.
3 turns. Okay. Do I check the drain now?
Yep.
Yes.
Now you check the drain.
Now drain is you're trying to beat the force because you don't get it's a tough spell. So you're trying to beat 4 with your drain dice to not take any
No
stuff.
modifiers.
No modifiers on the drain. No.
All right, so you only take
Almost.
1 stun.
Almost.
It's not bad.
Okay, that's not bad.
Just to let you know, I usually get ballsy with increased reflexes because I love it so much. So I usually cast at force 6. But take that into account with your character and what you need to do. So
Okay.
I didn't want to hurt you too bad with your first time casting it, so I recommended 4.
No, I mean it's cool.
She was gentle with
I
the
don't
first
really
time.
know. I just am thinking to myself when it say increase reflexes, I'm thinking well like speed, but you saying that I can go more times, that made it make a lot more sense.
Yeah, and that is you being faster. So
Right.
yeah, so that's you can just you just all of a sudden blur a little bit and you're a little twitchy. Like I've had my increased reflexes up for like 3 sessions now. So I'm just kind of like everything's going too slow. Guys, we're going too slow. But that's just like
Got you.
how you function when you have that switch on.
Understood.
All right. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll 1d6. So just hit that 6-sided dice at the top of your character sheet and just push 1, and then we'll see what it gets. All right. So it's you rolled a 3. So I'm going to add that to the tracker as well. So you now have a 13, and then I can recategorize that. So that's happening, and we are back to. All right, so Lila, what are you doing?
All right. So far I just saw him. Well, I not really don't know what he did. But these guys are still kind of like get out of here with their guns. So I think we still have a little time. I kind of peek over. How's the VTOL doing?
Hard to say right now. You do see like maybe a couple lights are on in what you think is the cockpit, but
Okay, it hasn't started moving yet?
No.
Okay. Frick. Yeah. All right, what I'll do, I'm gonna step out and I don't know what the relationship is I'm going for here with them, but I'm gonna go you two, are you starting shit you can't finish? And see if I can just buy time. Buying time.
Okay, you're trying to buy some time. Satchel.
So I'm successfully like out of their eyesight and out of their notice, right? That's what we determined last time.
Ish, yeah, they're really focused on Kaida, who just pushed one of them, and they're pointing their guns at him and everything. So they don't notice the old guy like hobbling off to the side.
Yeah. So like I just kind of like come up behind one of them, just like and hit my adrenaline pump, and I'm ready to go.
Wow. So hitting your adrenaline pump isn't in and of itself an action. So when you say you're ready to go, I mean, you can just
Go,
right? So
all right, let's roll.
so before we do that, let's figure
Okay.
out like your adrenaline pump. What does it do, right? So
Okay.
if we
Oh,
click this
wow.
button,
This escalated quickly.
Very quick.
yes,
You started
this
something,
is definitely
but hey,
definitely escalating quickly. So it's a rating 2, so it's going to give you a bonus of 2 to your
Sure.
strength, agility, reaction, and willpower. So we go over here and we find your strength, agility, reaction, and willpower. And we turn all those on. Boop, 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 and doot. Okay. In addition to that, you are also going to have nope, doesn't add anything additional. It just says that we're going to do it for 2d6 combat turns. So go ahead and hit the 6-sided dice up at the top of your sheet and hit a 2 so we can see how many turns this is going to last.
I hit 2.
Uh-huh. There you go. So it's going to last for 3 full turns, which if a fight lasts 3 turns, you're doing it wrong.
All right.
All right, well, that's what you did. So now you're all amped. And what do you do? What do you do with that energy?
Yeah, I hit this dude with my fucking sword.
You hit this dude with your fucking sword.
With my.
All right.
I'm really upset now, and I'm not exactly sure why. And I'm just kind of like, silent was the way, and I'm just kind of like fucking amped up, and I'm like, ah!
So what you're gonna do is on your character sheet, you're gonna go to the core.
Okay.
And you're gonna see that your primary melee weapon is Vibro Sword.
Alrighty.
That's what you've got loaded up. And you're going to you're gonna click that.
I'm just gonna click this.
You're just gonna click it.
What's about to
Just gonna click
happen?
No modifiers. Boom.
No modifiers because everything's already included in there. So yeah, you're just gonna click it.
Clicking it.
Okay, so 4 hits with an accuracy of 6, so you're gonna keep all 4 hits. 10 damage is what you're gonna do. AP is -2 and reach is 1, so they get a -1 to their defense. So I'm gonna put that in, and then I'm gonna roll their defense. 4.
Okay.
So actually, I'm gonna re-roll that because he's unaware, and it should have been a -4. All right. So he didn't do as good that time. So yeah, since he was unaware, but it wasn't a like a completely, like he wasn't completely unprepared for something to happen, it's a -3. If he had if like there was no consideration at all that something's going to happen, you would just got a free hit in. But with the -3 and then also a -1 because you have reach, he gets a 1 on his defense. You're 4, that's 3 net hits. 3 net hits adds to your damage of 10p for a total of 13 physical damage that you're going to do to this guy. If he doesn't soak some or all of it with his soak rating. So your armor pen is 2, so I'm going to subtract 2 from his armor, and we're going to roll to soak. 5. So out of 13, he soaks 5. So he's going to take 8 damage to his physical condition monitor. And by the way, that's a lot. And so the guy actually goes down. Like you hit him across the way, and it brings him to the ground as he screams out in pain. Oh, no! And
I shout, what the frag, you piece of dreck?
So that guy, he's unhappy. But let's see here. All right, so that should be 8, right? Cool. You're not working properly. 8. There we go. All right, so that happens, and that is Satchel's turn. So the other guy sees that happen, and he just turns and starts laying down the trigger at Satchel because, wow, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah. Do I get a reaction or anything, or is this
Well,
just
yes,
happening?
you will get to defend. So we're gonna go through this. Okay, so he's gonna shoot at you with his
This
assault
escalated
rifle.
so quickly.
You did it.
I didn't know it was gonna go all the way here. I just shoved him.
They didn't start shooting until you used your sword. So
Right.
sit down.
I'm not
Thank
sitting.
you.
I'm swinging.
Right. So he fires the assault rifle at you. He gets 5 hits on his roll. His accuracy is 7. He keeps them all. It's going to be 8 stun damage, but the AP is -5 if he hits. So you have to beat 5 with your defense. So on your core combat info, There
Alrighty.
is a little shield icon on the line that says primary armor. You're going to click that, and then you're going to hit -2 for your modifier.
Okay, hit the shield, -2.
Mm-hmm.
In the subvoke, I go Gertrude, drive faster.
So you see this this weapon coming to bear, and just immediately like roll into a dive, and the bullets just trace like this sparking arc. You can kind of see like these little. It's almost like tracers, but not quite. Just like a blue spark, kind of like shoot over your head as it misses.
Weapons hot, as I say over the mind link. So like rolled out the way.
So everybody now sees that above the control tower, there suddenly appears some sort of swirling vortex as a spirit manifests
shit.
from the spirit
my
plane.
God.
You're up,
Is
Magic
the
Man.
spirit corporeal now?
Yeah, so in order to affect the physical world, they have to manifest, which is also what yours has to do. So, all right, Gertrude, you're getting this. You're trying to get this bad boy started. The engines come to life. Everything is running. Go ahead and give me a pilot aircraft so that you can get this thing off the ground. One is all we need. All right. So you
It's very
feel
difficult being super hunched over, trying to fly this tiny thing.
Piloting with
So-
chopsticks and shit.
so you feel that like that little bump that indicates that you are now off the ground completely and ready for actually kind of maneuvering. This is of course gathered whatever other attention from the guards, but they're mostly focused on the fact that Satchel just almost one shot this poor guy who's now lying on the ground. He believes that his life is in the gravest of danger. So he is going to try to put the destruction down on Satchel.
Wait, he just got cut in half, I thought.
No, he's not dead.
No?
No, he's
How?
probably gonna
How?
die.
He's not dead.
Mhm.
But
So
half of
in-
him is not attached to the
No, he didn't get cut. He didn't get cut in half. He got cut into.
You just
very
did like
deeply.
this. So okay. I'm thinking like a okay, got
Yeah.
you.
So wasn't quite cut in half, but he's gonna have huge negatives to his roll because of the fact that he has taken this damage, right?
Got
So-
you. Understood.
Where'd that go?
Echo.
Okay, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta remember this is not properly populating. All right. So so he starts shooting up. Now what you're gonna do, Satchel, is since this is the second time you've taken defense, since the first time, since your last action, you're at an additional -1 to your defense. So that's gonna be a total of -3. So you're gonna tap that shield again, but it's -3 this time. The initial -2 is because he's using burst fire. So for every additional bullet out the barrel, it's harder to get out of the way. But you do so easily enough. Hey, turn your edge button off.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad.
1.
You want me to redo it?
And 2. Nope.
Okay.
All right. So one of the bullets catches you. It doesn't actually hit you for damage. What it does is it's going to you kind of just feel the electricity kind of course through you and shock you. So you've been mildly tased. -1 to all rolls. So if I give you a modifier and I'm not including that -1 for the next turn, your additional -1, and you lose 5 off of your initiative.
I lose
for the
5 off
next
my
round.
initiative. Okay.
For the next round, yeah. So not a big deal right now because there's not really anyone else to go, except for Kaida.
Kaida. So I get 2 turns, right?
No. You only had 1 turn. You used it to get 2 turns, but you've already used 1. So you have the 1 turn now, but on your next roll, you're going to have those 2 turns again.
how the turn works, just so you understand, is we start at the highest number and go backwards. So like whoever got on the initiative tracker, like
Right.
we
I'm
started
last.
with so we kind of make a pass, and then anyone and then your initiative drops by 10. So that's why I started with 22 and now I'm at 12. So I get to go again at 12, and then it's going to drop by 10, and I get to go at 2. Whereas you only had 7, so you only got to go.
We're just going to wing it. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. I'll figure it out.
So you had a 7, you went on 7, you did your spell, that made that 7 into a 13, but you're still going, and then the turn ended, and then everyone dropped by 10. So then you went from your 13 to a 3, but you'd already done 13. So that's where we're at. All right, so what if you want your spirit to do anything, you have to use your action to give it a command, or you can do your own thing, and your spirit will chill. It is going to defend, I think, because you did tell it to defend if
to naturally
you guys
defend,
get attacked.
right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna leave the spirit alone to do what it does. If I cast a spell that requires, I want to cast mind control on this guard that's still up, that's shooting at Satchel. But then is it 2 different actions to cast it and then make him do something?
It is.
Or is that one? That's 2 different actions?
It is.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I want to cast it. I want to cast Control Thought on this.
All right, so this time you're going to be at a -4 because...
Wait, why, Danny?
You have 2 spells up now. You have Mind Net up, and you have your increased reflexes up.
Hold on. Let me reevaluate. Man,
that was so goddamn petulant.
I don't. Why, Danny?
I feel personally attacked for real.
Danny's about to get the eyebrow raise.
Danny just want to make me minus whatever, so I don't have no choices right now. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna do it. Let's try Control Thought.
All right, so what is the force that you're going to cast this at? Because you have to get it high enough that you're going to hit that marker and beat his defense against it, which is going to be willpower logic. Regular guys are probably not going to have a lot of dice for that, but no, you don't. But you can kind of gauge it off of like what kind of person you're up against, right? Regular dudes.
So what's his defense?
It's not that great. Normally it's logic and willpower.
So if I looked at my logic and willpower, would that tell me what he is?
So if it was against you, your logic and willpower is decent. But the regular person, you guys are exceptional, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Control Thought, no modifiers, correct?
-4.
Oh, I was trying to trick you, but you too quick for me, Danny. And then Force 6, or is that not really smart? I'm really shooting in the dark.
I would say Force 4, because you want to like figure how many you're going to get, and also like keep your edge, your drain down, right? So you're not going to get 6 hits off of 8 dice. So 4 probably seems more reasonable.
4, okay. All right, let's see what happens. Oh God, okay. And then I hit the drain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so you take 2 more stun damage off of that. So you're starting to get a headache. It is unpleasant, this headache that you're getting.
Okay.
Let's do willpower and logic. So he's going to defend with 3. So he actually, it doesn't affect him. He shakes it off.
Don't I have like an edge or something?
You do. So if you wanted to use edge after you got the 2, you could have said, "Hey, I want to re-roll the misses." But
it's too late. Okay.
You got to do that before I roll to see if he succeeds or not.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. All right. So.
I tried, buddy. I tried.
Good times. Good times are being had by all. So that ends that pass, which brings us to a second spirit is now manifesting. This one is slightly behind Kaida.
Oh, this is
And
not yours?
No, this is
Oh,
mine.
okay. I was worried for you, brother.
Lila, what is your next action?
So, we haven't gone into this in the character dev side and getting to know each other as Shadowrunners. But as soon as I had shouted at Satchel and said, "What the frag are you doing, you piece of dreck?" I run to the guy that fell and is dying, and I start healing him.
Okay.
So I have a med kit.
Does she not? Does she not see the air elementals floating around?
Eh?
I'm sure she
I
does.
see what is happening, and I'm going and healing him. And so, by the way, Danny, what my goal is too, as I'm getting like all the healing equipment out to like, I mean, it's very obvious that I'm trying to help the guy, but I'm also trying to like sneakily get my cloth and chloroform out, so like he will not die, but he's out of the fight.
I understand.
That's my goal.
So why don't we start with the unarmed combat attempt of chloroforming him?
Okay. Any modifiers?
No. All right. He is not sure what you're doing, but he does not want any part of it, so he is going to try to not be chloroformed. Probably not going to do really good not being chloroformed because he's hurt and
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do? Fight me?
oops, that was the opposite. I added dice instead of take it away. All right, there we go.
What?
All right, so
You took dice away and rolled better?
yeah, I gave him dice, I rolled, and then he did. Yes, so he did
Frag
better
you, Danny.
when I actually took away the dice. Got it. That works. Okay, so yeah, that you get him, and it's pretty quick, and he kind of relaxes, the gun dropping to the ground. It is time for another initiative roll. So everybody go ahead once again and click your.
You still have your bonuses, Darier. So you
Yes.
have your +3 plus 1d6 to your initiative roll.
And that's already added in your thing, so you just need to roll it.
Thanks, Danny.
Right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure you have your
and that's an
token
attributes,
selected
right?
when you do it.
Fuck.
That's an attributes, right?
Yes.
I have to select the token first. Sorry, guys.
I know, it's the
select your-
worst.
I'm trying so hard. Here we go.
And you got so far. But in the
Oh
end.
God, quit it. Okay, where are you? You're right here. Okay. I feel like I'm about to have to do something, make a little readjustment.
Do some shit. Do some shit.
I don't like at this point. I feel like I kind of need what I have going on, so I don't want to drop any of it. But
Right.
So she knocked out one of them, right?
You see her run up behind you, and then yeah, you kind of notice she's kind of put something, and he's definitely calmed the hell down somehow. All right, so this is gonna happen.
Oh, the showdown of the air spirits. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, no. The air spirit has not attacked you, so your air spirit is not concerned about their air spirit yet. So it attacks the guard that's in front of you by blasting a bolt of lightning towards the guard that's in front of you.
Plot twist.
That's four on the hits. Accuracy 5. Damage is going to be 10p and -5 to the armor. So let's find out how well that guard does against that, because he's got a decent defense. We'll see. So no, he failed to get out of the way of lightning.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you sound surprised?
All right, so let's do some soak here. Okay, so 12 -5 and roll. So the lightning strikes him, and he just starts, and like the rifle actually starts just shooting into the air multiple times as his trigger finger just keeps like spasming onto the trigger and clutching it.
Does it hit
Bullets
the air
flying
spirit?
everywhere? It does not hit the air spirit. And 14, 13 to so yeah. Okay. And then he just kind of falls to his knees and then flops onto the ground, smoke kind of rising off of his head. Probably get that 50 million back.
Oh yeah! I'm broke as fuck. I definitely want my 50 back.
Oh my goodness. That's everything.
So Satchel, what would you like to do?
All right, so he's done, right? Do I have
You're
the?
pretty. He's twitching a little bit, like.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
that's the extent of that.
All right. So I look to Flea and I say like, I'm glad to see you're not just a bitch. And then I move over to the to the unconscious one, and then I rifle through his pockets.
You're gonna have such a conversation.
We'll go over what you find later. You're rifling through the pockets. Lila, if you would like to make some sort of healing tests, I guess now would be the time.
Please. I'm also very concerned, but about the other guy, but I only have 2 hands. So this would be first aid.
First aid, and you can add the modifier of the rating of the medkit.
Awesome. Really?
All right. So you're gonna be able to heal 3 of his physical wounds, and it's gonna take you 3 actions to do so. So, all right.
I'll be busy a while.
Guard number 2 would normally be going now, but he's not gonna. So I'll just throw that initiative out in the trash. Gertrude.
I'm gonna keep flying.
All right, so you can actually get it off the ground at this point. So if you want to kind of try to position it, go ahead and make a pilot aircraft skill check. The winds aren't too bad right now. I mean, it is a little bit windy, but not so much that it's affecting you. All right, so yeah, you just sweep it up there. Etienne is kind of ready to kind of hop off, and you just get it like right there, perfect next to it. He doesn't have to step down, nothing, and he's actually kind of is able to get his footing on it without slipping. He kind of like slips a little bit, but then and he grabs the aircraft, but you're holding it steady. So so he manages to get on top and start moving towards the box. Unfortunately, there is a spirit of air. And it bum rushes Etienne to try to knock him off of the tower.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Magic Man, do your thing.
Look, I got 4-5 spells up right now. Okay. Is it my turn?
No, the air elemental is attacking Etienne.
I'm sorry. Is being a Shadowrunner hard?
Done.
Was that
done.
shade?
Yeah, that was
Definitely
hardcore
was shade.
That was
Excuse me, I got like 5 spells up right now, so
more shade.
Excuses are the enemy.
More shade. Winter came early to this year. Oh my god.
It's 2020, my man. Buckle up.
Clearly, the year of shade. Trust me.
Okay, Etienne manages to not to kind of dive out of the way. However, he's now sliding and trying to keep from sliding off of the tower, basically. So, but pretty good. He actually grabs a hold of a bar that's kind of like sitting up there and manages to keep from sliding. That was his Kaida. You're up on 12.
Okay, so okay, so they think, and I take 2 turns to command my.
It just takes 1 turn to command the spirit.
Okay. We can see if I do all that. Where Etienne is like.
Sense,
go ahead.
You
go
get
ahead.
the sense that your spirit's probably going to go after that spirit next because it's the other thing that's attacking you guys, right? So
Okay.
your command was to defend us, basically. So
okay. It's not that it's hard. It's just that there's so many things I can do, and I want to be helpful. So we still have to get that box. He's getting the box. I want to. They're dead. I can't do that. Could I attack the air elemental too?
you can with magic.
Okay. That's what I can? Okay.
Yes, you can with magic.
So I want to attack the air elemental as well. With
All right.
boom. Checking through my Rolodex of spells. I think I'm gonna go with no, because that won't. It's physical, so I can hit it with clout. Because if I throw lightning at it, won't that just like it does lightning too?
It'll still hit it. It may or may not have some defense against lightning, but it'll still do damage.
It will do damage.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's try lightning bolt.
Okay, lightning bolt it is. What is the force you would like to cast this at? Remember that the force is the base damage of the spell.
Like 24 works? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So I want to do lightning bolt, and I want to do it at 8. Is that a reasonable
8.
number?
All right.
8.
That's
okay.
reasonable. So
Okay.
click lightning bolt. It's at 8, but remember your modifier is -4.
Oh crap. Okay, let me fix that. Lightning bolt -4. 8. Question. I need to roll first if I want to do something. I'll do it after I roll, right?
Depends. If you want to do edge, if you want to use edge before the roll to like get to bump that, you can turn on the edge button and use it before the roll.
Okay.
And the edge button's at the top of your character sheet.
Okay. How many
So you can toggle that. You can toggle that on and then make the roll.
Where do I know how many edges I have?
It's under your attributes.
Attributes.
Yep.
Attributes.
You have 2.
Also, I probably don't want
So what's probably better for you to do is to post edge. So you can pre-edge and you post edge. So what Chris did earlier was pre-edging. What post edge does is you make your roll without any of those bonuses, and then whatever was not a hit, so whatever was not a 5 and 6, you can use an edge to re-roll all the failures.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll try that. So let me do that.
All right.
Okay,
So
boom.
just roll. So don't turn on the button. Just roll it with the -4.
-4, 8. Submit. Boop. Okay.
So that's 3 hits out of 8 dice. So if you wanted to use a point of edge, you could re-roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
Okay. What about my NERPs?
So NERPs is going to be used prior to the roll, and you would
That's
just
what I
add
was
3 as to the
okay.
modifier. So
okay, so it's fine. I'll just do the edge then.
So you're going to use a point of edge,
Uh-huh.
and then you're going to click your 6-sided dice at the top,
6-sided,
and just hit.
Wait.
And just hit 5. Yeah, you don't need to turn on the edge for this. The turning on the edge is only if you're pre-edging.
Got you.
So just hit the 6-sided die at the top. There you go. So that's 6 hits total. Now hit your drain. And you soak 2 of 5. That was unfortunate.
Oh no.
So you take 3 more drains. So that headache. Yeah, you're feeling it. You got about 3 more stun you could take before you pass out.
Okay.
So.
And you get more minuses to your spellcasting.
Okay.
Also true. That said, with 6 hits against this Spirit of Air, it's going to roll its defense to try to not get hit by your lightning bolt. However, it does get hit. It gets hit for the 1, which means that it's going to take that 8 plus 1, 9 damage. And because it's magic, it does not have any armor to speak of. And 9 damage is enough for it to the lightning hits into it and starts to kind of spiral in, and the whole thing lights up, and then it just and dissipates out.
It was worth it.
Well done. I say.
At least we should have just did that shit from the beginning.
I told you we could.
You really did. And that's what I tell everybody over my mental link.
I hate you is the response you get.
The door to the control tower
You already
right in front of you
did.
that was open slams shut, and you can hear something go ka-chunk behind it.
Oh, great. I'm mad.
So
How strong is Darcy?
Look at that face. Mm-mm.
It's a question. You can say no.
So that was Kaida's turn.
It's my turn still?
Oops, no, that was your turn.
Oh, okay.
And your spirit sort of hovers now, uncertain what to do next, because nothing else is attacking. Satchel, what would you like to do?
So did I find anything in this dude's pockets as I was rifling through it or anything like that?
Stuff. Do you want to like actually go through what you found now?
Oh,
Like, are you
yeah, I mean, like,
examining
is
it
there,
now?
like, a
Okay.
key card that I can now get through this newly locked door? Is there, like, anything like that?
Nothing like that. There's, like, a little cred stick. There's a couple more hits of what you think are probably jazz. And
Did you start rifling his pockets last turn?
Yeah.
In the middle of a fucking fight?
I killed one dude, essentially, that you're now dealing with, and the other dude was unconscious. I can't swing swords at spirits, and he had one-shot it. It seems like, in retrospect, I made the right move. So I would appreciate if you back up, mouth. All right, and just continue holding on that
Danny,
compress.
I'm not sure if this team is gonna last past mission 1.
What did you want me to do?
Support your teammate? Wait to
I
hit
did.
if it came in range?
I supported my teammate.
Yeah, that's
I
bullshit.
knew he had it.
Hey,
He
Tom, can you
showed me
mute
1,000 times. He showed me in 4 separate occasions that he has way more magic ability than I do, and I trust him on it. He knocked out a dude immediately. He turns us all invisible on demand, and he mind linked us and has never failed anything we've come across. I trusted that he could one shot this dude, and I didn't fail. So back the fuck up, mouth.
And then Kaida's like, Kaida said,
Adrenaline.
Kaida
It's
Just
bursting
mad.
up over your body if you don't shut it.
Ooh,
Bring it.
Gertrude, you got some popcorn?
I probably got some snacks in the back.
Okay.
This is how families are made.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
Kaida.
This is my type of family, though.
Kaida all day.
All day, bro. Hey, our plan really works.
Yeah.
Air spirit, gone. Guards, gone.
Gone.
Other guard, gone.
Hey, Gertrude, how are you doing?
I have a plane in the air, and I'm gonna try and catch Etienne if he can't keep his footing. So I'm kind of focusing right now. These controls are really small. My knees are bumping things that they should not be bumping. So
And with that, go ahead and make another aircraft roll. While Etienne is, he's over there at the box. He's diligently unplugging and replugging stuff in. All right. It's not really a problem. You're definitely focused. You're keyed in, trying to make sure you don't bump into anything, hurt this poor little vehicle or the tower. Less important, but yeah. And after several moments, while they're still kind of talking it out, if you will, on the ground, Etienne returns to the VTOL and steps inside, and kind of gives you a tap on the shoulder.
all right, barring nothing else, I'll start a descent to try to park it as close to where it was.
All right. You do manage to park it pretty close to the spot that you picked up out of, and both of you hop out of the VTOL and truck back to Darcy. The guard that you were treating is about as patched up as you're going to get him. It's cold. There's not a place to put him. The door to the tower is now locked. You can either maybe take him back into the van, or alternately, you can leave him and hope that whoever's obviously in the tower that closed the door eventually gets up the nerve to step out and grab the guy and pull him in.
Yeah, I kind of stay with him and look at Gertrude when she returns, and kind of that like asking look.
Yeah,
Should we get into the van?
I can try and patch him up maybe, or I can knock real loud on the door and say, "Hey, we're leaving now. Come get your friend." Unless you want to take him with us and either try and fix him up in the van or drop him at a street dock or a hospital or something.
Let's drop him somewhere that we know he won't die.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, you place the guard into the Valkyrie module. Is that what's happening? Okay.
Is he awake?
No, he is not awake. He is very blissfully not awake right now. And he is inside the van as you depart Midway Airport. heading probably back north and getting ready to call Quantum Princess to let her know that the job is done. And it is at this point that we're going to take 10-minute break.
Boom.
Awesome. All right, so
Awesome.
Don't forget to check out our Discord server, our YouTube page, and our Patreon. We have our character creation sessions where we all built our characters, so you can get more content during the week while we're not here.
what she said.
Tom, are you? And I'm here to tell you today about Pure Alchemy soaps. So here I've got Neutral Evil. You can get a full assortment of alignments, and you can also customize to create your own character's scent. So it's a really great product. It is supporting small business and small nerdy business, especially in this rough time. So please check them out, Pure Alchemy soaps, and the link is right here. And thanks so much for your time, guys. Don't forget, you can engage with the chat right here and impact our game, give inspiration, bonuses to die rolls, make us hit, make us crit. Make us hit, make us crit. I like that.
That could be a song.
That could be a song.
The earth has changed. All that once was is no more. Cities renamed. Power reshaped. Races reborn. Reality reimagined. Violence unleashed. The earth has changed.
So
Chris, you've got
Chris-
another character ready to roll up, right?
yeah, because if
Okay. I mean, I got 1,000 of them.
cool, because sadly, that's like 16 damage without me rolling, because it does 8 damage from the crit, and then he gives an extra 8 acid damage, which I didn't read.
Okay.
That's 16, but then I have to roll my damage, and if I roll more than 4, that is like double your life,
Straight dead.
and that's straight
Yep.
dead.
Ooh,
Let's
Rise
go.
shall redeem.
snap! Oh, you write something. Yes. So yes, you would have died, insta died, but you got the insta res.
Who's your
I
god?
need a snack.
Turtle god, because they are looking out for you.
I worship the sea and the storms in general, not necessarily a particular
So
deity.
you hear a thunder in the air when you wake up, like doo doo.
Da 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 da.
God, we don't have the rights for that song, but I was singing.
Hey, and we're live, or so I'm told. I just kind of have to trust because that's how technology works, right? You just have to have faith in it. Can't see it, can't touch it, but you got to believe in it. All right, so before the break, we just did what some people say invariably happens when you're trying to do anything Shadowrunny. You spend a lot of time trying to figure out what you're going to do, settle on a plan, and then screw it all up. And that's in a nutshell what happened for our Shadowrunners tonight at Midway Airport. You know, experiences are had, people learn, and some die. But our Darcy is now tooling away from Midway Airport in the dark, in the snow. You have an extra passenger in the form of an unconscious guard who was slashed open with a insanely powerful vibro weapon, but then subsequently patched up by Flea, as we're calling her now, or yeah, we'll see. You're heading out. Let's pull up the keeper of what happens next.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Jen.
I was going to say if we place the guard in the Valkyrie module, they are automatically stabilized,
Mm-hmm.
and it is the equivalent to a rating 6 med kit.
Okay, so that individual is definitely in the module as you are heading back. Probably going to figure out what you're going to do with him, whether it's drop him off at a clinic or street dock, or at the end of the day, really, Gertrude could probably just take him home, like a nearly decapitated puppy, and nurse him back to health. So yeah, you're headed out, and that is when I want to say Gertrude's comlink starts buzzing again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roll something. I was trying to figure out if I knew a street doc. I don't remember my contacts.
So I will put up the comlink on the screen, since I'm trying to drive in the snow in the dark.
Please
All
speak
right.
up.
In the
so-
CZ.
In the CZ.
Okay, so we're gonna spell this because I don't know why when they made these they spelled this guy's name this way, because it is maybe it's an actual name. I guess I just don't know. But the video flashes, and the picture on the other end becomes that of a mid-sized troll with dark skin. Looks to be Atslander if you were to make your guess. He's dressed in what appears to be a robe. And here we go. Dressed in what appears to be a robe, sort of blues and blacks, kind of robish, maybe robish sort of suit. And you realize that that is indeed what it is. It's a suit of some sort. And his dark hair is pulled back in a ponytail. Give me one moment here, and I will share that with everybody. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. No? You program, do the thing that I told you to do. Or crash. That's cool too. One moment while I deal with technical difficulties.
We can always come back to a picture of Juan.
Well, I mean, right now the whole like interface is just freaking out. So I can't really do anything.
Did you take the
Until
Gremlins
it-
quality?
I must have. That's probably exactly what I did. Okay, I think it's back. Cool. All right, yeah, we're back and it's fixed. So yeah, there you go. If you guys want to look in the handouts for Juan Shawit is how you say that.
Got it.
All right. And so with that, he sees that you've answered. He goes, hola amigo. I'm Juan Shawit. If you have the will, I have the work.
Uh,
A young. Oh,
are we still looking for work? Do we want to? Does someone need a nap first?
I was told that you might be in the CZ and looking for additional opportunities. Yes.
We are still in the neighborhood. See.
Yes. Okay. A young woman has gone missing in the CZ, and I'm hoping you'll recover her. Delivering her to my friend Nick Ryder. He is a Lone Star officer. I'm doing a favor for him. If you can find this individual, I can pay you, I think, 4,000 million each. Yes.
I will glance to Flea. Is that good?
Flea looks back at Gertrude and kind of pokes the mute button on Juan and says, I think I'm done. I'm done running with this group. I'm not about killing. I'm not about murder hoboing. I don't trust these people. I'll take my payment and walk.
Okay. So we'll tell Mr. Juan that we're gonna decline at this time.
I mean, you guys can. You can just drop me off. I can find a way back.
Well, I'm not gonna drop you off out here.
Like we've been driving for a while. Like when we were going to be heading back toward the CZ wall anyway. I've got enough connections. I can get myself out.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? It's awful cold and dark.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. But you know what? I don't have to worry about people dying. Other than myself, but I'm not really worried about that.
Can we hear? I guess I overhear this.
Yeah,
I'm not whispering.
And we're mind linked. So first, I drop the mind link after she says that. And then I
go ahead.
Are you have a problem with killing? Well, so do I. I didn't kill anyone. I just told my air elemental to defend, and it did what it felt it needed to.
Well, it sounds like you could learn to be more specific then, if that's your feeling. I say, do you guys want the job or not? We're keeping your Johnson waiting.
I would like the job.
That's 1 vote for.
Mr. Satchel, what say you?
Oh, I'm just trying to pay my rent.
Okay. Then I will look over at Flea one more time, and then unmute and say, where was she last seen?
It's this girl was last seen reports at the Maker Collective, which is in the Harwood Heights.
Okay. How long has she been missing? Well, we have some injured folks that need some attention right this second. So
Did we already drop the guy off?
No, not yet.
not yet.
Okay.
I do know a street dock that we can take him to.
It's you probably have enough time to make a stop if you need. It's been quite some time she's been missing. 20 some odd years, I guess. Mr. Nick Ryder said. So, one more night.
How long has she been missing?
You said 20 years, right?
Yes, give or take.
20 years. How are we supposed to identify this woman?
Oh, I have some documents that I can share with you if you are agreeing to take the job, of course.
Well, I don't like to leave people out in the cold like that, even if it's been a very long time. So yes, we will take this job for you.
Very good. Then I am sending over a data packet now. And you should have it. And best of luck. When you're done, give this number a call. It's the comm code for Mr. Nick Ryder.
Okay, and he's the one that we should turn her over to, or tell him where she is.
Best if you turn her over, if you can bring her to him. But barring that, if you have positively identified her and where she can be found, I suppose that would work.
Okay, do you have a name for this individual?
Yes, he looks down. It says Samantha.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes, it's all in the data packet there. You should be able to assess it.
all right. We will take a look.
Okay. Good luck and stay safe out there, guys. And then he turns it off.
What's the speed limit out here?
There is none.
Drive 5 miles under it.
Are we going to talk about the awkward elephant in the room, everybody?
What elephant?
The nobody else is. I feel like we're losing a team member. We shouldn't do that.
Speak your mind, Magic Man.
I just feel that I've never done Shadowrunning before. This is new for me. I've never worked in a team before. All this is very foreign. So there's a bit of a learning curve. So
Okay.
I just want to be sure that you're leaving us for the right reason, because it seems like you're kind of the voice of reason. Something about you comforts me, Flea. Something about your presence comforts me.
Are you manipulating me right now?
No. I'm just having a conversation. Listen, we're driving. It is cold. We're not going to kick you out on the street. Listen, okay? But here, listen to me, okay? Because we have a lot of similar values. And you're right. Maybe I could have been more specific. I didn't know my air elemental had been doing bench presses, but I can check him the next time. Now I know. You see? How about this? We'll do this one little mission. Somebody's gonna get killed. We're just looking for this girl. Okay. We're just looking for her. And then, if things ever get to a point where you're just like, I think.
Well, maybe we could talk about what our expectations are, and like you're supposed to do when you are making friends and working together.
Right. I don't even know what a friend is.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It's true. I had a rough upbringing. It was me versus the streets. Then
You ain't shit. Session
Really
first.
man, it is what it is. So this is all weird for me. But I got a little emotional when she said she was gonna leave. So
I say let her leave.
oh God, this guy. She
Just
contributed
go.
more to the first two missions than you did. But that last
What-
one, we
what
did
did you
G
do?
that last one.
What please articulate exactly what she
definitely
did.
came up with the plan that worked in that first building and helped
What,
us get
your
out of there
plan?
without causing. Was it my plan? Was it my plan?
It was.
Not at the building.
I noticed
In
that
the
she struggled with doors and threw grenades that she didn't properly check before we went out on a run. And all the while she's talking shit about me and then gets mad at me when she asks me to do things that I do. She literally asks, do what you can, or let me see what you can do. And then when I do what I can, she's upset with me. Let her leave.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from you, Satchel, is that you're underappreciated. That's how you're feeling. Do you
Well,
receive that?
I don't really care about the
Please.
appreciation. Work is work. People who can do don't need to flaunt what they can do until it's time to do it. If she wants to leave, let her leave. We'll find someone else if we need. I'm just trying to pay my rent.
Dude's a savage. I don't understand.
Yeah, you're going to
I
pay a
thought I was-
lot less rent when you have a reputation for not getting this done quick and
I'm
easy.
nobody.
And
I'm literally no one.
well, then you won't get hired.
I already am.
Yeah, you haven't gotten any of the phone calls.
That's true. I'm paid regardless.
That doesn't even make sense.
Doesn't make
Watch
sense.
me
You wouldn't
get
be looking
paid.
for rent money.
And Flea's the reason that we keep getting these calls. I mean, they're
That's
calling
cool.
Flea is
me,
the reason.
but she's the reason she made that negotiation. I'm terrible at talking to people.
I made it from
just say
Florida to
whatever's on my
Chicago
brain.
without Flea. I'll make it back without her.
Hey, listen, Satchel, buddy. Here's the deal. Everybody here's here to make money, and Flea's clearly more experienced in this arena than the rest of us.
She's
we
only
agree with
talked and not brought anything to the table yet. This is what I'm saying.
I don't feel like that's true. I think it was her plan that got us to the building, her plan that got us through the building. I definitely had some good ideas, but me, I'm all force, okay? I'm all for the smoke because I grew up on the streets. That is what it is.
I understand.
But that's not gonna work in every situation. We really could have not dealt with the Bushido blade. I mean, I really.
So
only shoved
I'm
him
under
because-
Darcy now. You're gonna just toss me under Darcy right now?
Let's just be clear. I just shoved him because he called one of us, a slur. Right?
Yeah.
He dropped the F-bomb on me and my friend, and I felt like you're not allowed to call me and my friend the F-bomb.
I agree, and I was right there with you. I had your back.
Right. But But there's a big leap from a little friendly shove to a Bushido.
Let's be real. You're not friendly shoving someone that called you an F word.
It was a little, hey, dude.
Etienne looks and goes, "What F word?"
He called us, FAG,
Do you mean frag? Frag means
That's what he said?
frag means fuck, buddy.
Oh, I thought he had called. Oh, wow.
Oh.
If I knew that, I wouldn't have shoved him. Well, so then, my bad. It was me. I'm sorry.
This is why I think Flea is even more important. She's so good with words. So
Great
good
with
with
words.
words.
Me, I'm just used to if you get out of line, you just get, hey, That's how I grew up. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that Flea is not important. I'm just saying if she wants to leave, let her. Like, I'm not about shackling anybody to us. We met each other 5 minutes ago.
Yes, but we're getting money, bro. That's why I'm here. So listen, let's try this one last mission. We'll organize it a little bit. Since you say her plans don't work, how about we actually follow one of her plans through? Because I don't think that's happened yet.
I never said it didn't work. Yours is just the one we followed.
So yes, you're right. So how about you take the driver's, not Gert, no, not the actual driver's seat, but the driver's seat on this one. We see how things go, and then we take it from there. That's my.
I do not want to be the driver. The driver's seat is
I wasn't talking about. No, I don't want you to drive either. I don't want you to drive. I'm talking about.
I'm sure I can
Fleet.
find some bricks or something if you really want to drive, but
It's too snowy. It's cold. I don't know. The vehicle is far too dangerous for me to get behind the wheel.
Etienne says that he would like. He says, I think it would be good to stay all together for now, but Satchel, you need to come ses Krista Nerfs. I'm sure I pronounced that exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Danny, that was so cute.
That was Thomas reaching from beyond technology to explain, to say what he wanted to say to Satchel. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that. Yeah, so Etienne pipes in and says that, and then says, does anyone know this Maker Square, Maker Market?
who knows Chicago?
I'm not great with Chicago, but like I said, I know a little bit about markets.
I'll look to Flea.
I think we've had this discussion like 3 times that none of us really knows Chicago.
Could we maybe pool our information?
I know about Chicago gangs.
I can Google shit.
And I can know about
Just
black
Google
markets.
exists.
Teamwork makes the dream work. You look up
I'm
gang
about
stuff,
it.
I'll look up black markets.
Okay. So go ahead and roll gray markets on that one.
Okay. Me?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna be under. There you go. Okay. Boom. No modifiers?
No, there's gonna already be the modifiers built in because you've got a headache.
Okay.
All right. The maker market, you've heard of it. And it's basically, it's sort of this place where folks have kind of come together to just, you've heard it's like scientists and stuff that are just like, they've taken the scavenged technology from throughout the zone and they're just kind of refurbishing it, making it into just other useful things that people can then come in and pick up and buy. Sometimes folks come in and ask for specific stuff, but it's like, it's where people come together to make Mad Max inventions and then sell them to other people in the zone.
Okay. Hey, is this basically like a thrift store for stuff that people find, remodel, remake, craft into new stuff? That's what
Yeah,
the
it'd be
Maker's
like
Market is.
yeah, like the Makers Collective. It's like, but instead of it just being like, artists and what have you, it's engineers, right? So
Gotcha.
they took a lawnmower and they turned it into a generator to power lights, stuff like that.
And I'm sorry, I know you probably said this. This is important right now because of why?
Because that's where they said the girl was last seen.
Gotcha. Boom. Thank you. Yeah. So if she's so then I can make assumptions. Sorry. So I'm gonna assume that because she was last found at the Maker's Market, that she's got to be connected to somebody who knows something about either scavenging this stuff or engineering the stuff, creating it. So maybe that's a place we can start. Asking around other engineers that we know, if anybody knows any engineers or anybody who buys or sells that kind of stuff, and we can throw her name around and see what we get.
So,
Alright.
as the pseudo resident doctor, that nosebleed looks kind of bad. Are you feeling okay? You cast a lot of magic.
I did. That's why I had to drop the mental link. I definitely need to sit down, but I mean, I'm sitting down because we're in a van. But so that was my question. So how do I heal? Can I have heal? I was wondering. I can't cast it on myself though, can I?
So for your drain, it's just natural healing, and mostly it's just taking a break and calming down, right? So you take about
So I can.
you take about an hour of just relaxing, not casting magic, not doing anything. So like this drive to the Maker Collective will give you probably about an hour, and then you can heal some of that up. Alternately, if you need it back like now, stim patches. Stim patches will give you those back. The problem is that you pay that back in an hour plus one. So
That's later use problem though.
yeah, that's a later
Okay.
use problem.
So for right now, right. So for right now, I can just drop. The the increased flexibility.
Increase.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Increase
reflexes.
reaction. Yes.
Reaction. Yeah.
And would that help it speed that up?
Yeah, and then you just kind of like lean back, close your eyes, and rest while you're heading to the Maker Collective.
Okay, so now that I've told you all like what little I know, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a bit, and I'm gonna drop my spells, and then after that, I just kind of lay back. I guess I really trust these people.
At least enough that they're not going to murk you in the back of the.
Well,
in the
if
back
they
of
do
the
murk me,
vehicle while
they're
you're
gonna have
driving.
to deal. Right, and they're clearly gonna have to deal with Flea. So
I still haven't agreed to do this goddamn job, so.
But you're not gonna let them kill me while I'm asleep, I'm assuming. So.
Well, I'm kind of anti-death, so as long as they don't one-shot you, I can try to help you.
Okay. So then
All
I
right.
take a break.
All right. So Etienne opens up the data file on this Samantha person. Looks like it was a sort of a missing persons case from about 20 years ago. A young girl named Samantha. It seems odd to you that like this job would come up now after 20 years of this person being missing. You see that that it's a toddler, dark hair, Caucasian, human. There's just information that when that part of the being missing was that there was that she was kidnapped just before like the Bug City incident happened all that time ago. So then, like, no one was able to really to really kind of follow up and try to solve that case. And that's and that's just kind of what happened. So it's assumed maybe at this point she's just resurfaced somehow. As an adult, it's kind of hard for you to wrap your head around what made this connection of this person, but yeah, that's what you've got. Samantha Carroll, by the way.
I have a street doc contact that, if
Okay.
possible, I'd like to give him a call to see if we can drop off this guard for any additional healing, if it's a place that's in the area. If not, is there some sort of knowledge roll to see, like, are there clinics in the CZ at all, or?
Right. So you're pretty sure there are, but yeah, just go ahead and give him a call first thing, which is I think you're talking about Martin Tate. Is that?
I am, because my information says that he's in and around the zone. So
Yes. All right. So go ahead. You dial up his number. It rings a few times, and then it finally picks up. The screen shows kind of darkness. There's some fumbling, and then you see a light kind of click on, and then you see Dr. Martin Tate. He's a older black gentleman. He's got glasses on, and he kind of looks at the. You can see he's trying to focus, wipe the sleep from his eyes. Oh yeah, yes. Hello.
hey, Dr. Tate, it's Gertrude. I'm really sorry for calling so late. I have an individual who needs some more care than I can provide, and I was wondering if there's somewhere that I could drop him off.
Um.
And we're in the zone right now, so if there's somewhere that you could recommend.
What part of the zone are you in right now?
Where are we?
You're north of Midway, and heading north from Midway.
So we're headed north right now, away from Midway. So in that area.
Midway. Yeah, I've got one of our clinics over in the just west of Midway Airport. If you want to drop them off there, and the clinic's there, they'll take him in. It's yeah, they should intake the patient.
Okay.
Without a problem. Yeah.
That's great news. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We'll take him over there. And again, I'm so sorry to wake you up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Have a safe night. And then he disconnects the call. You get an address for the clinic.
Okay. So I'm going to change course a little bit, and we'll head over to the clinic first, if that's okay with everybody, so we can drop off this guy, and then we can go from there.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So it just takes about 20 minutes to get over there and to drop this fella off. As you arrive and kind of let the staff know, they come out, and it's a full-fledged clinic. It's actually surprisingly nice for being in the zone. It looks like there's new construction. There's security cameras that are placed up. It's clean inside. It looks to be well stocked with supplies, medical supplies. The kind of well stocked that might make the less scrupulous kind of start maybe trying to formulate some plans on how to get that that bottle of whatever that is back in the back of the pharmacy, etc. But yeah, they take the patient in. They ask some questions about him. questions that you don't know the answers to. But it takes maybe 10 minutes, and they basically have intaken him. There's no questions about insurance or how it's going to get paid for or anything like that. Actually, it's kind of strange, but seems legit.
Very trustworthy fellow.
Yes.
So are they like taking him out of the van now?
Yeah, they take him out of the van. They put him on, they put him on a gurney, a stretcher, and then just wheel him into the clinic and take him into the back.
Like before he leaves, I'm just like, I am Satchel. Like, be well fought and be well until next time. And then like they take him off.
Okay, so that happens, and then he gets wheeled off into the clinic. Everybody starts loading back into Darcy. And
So, do we want to head over to the Makers Market now, or do we want to do it? Do we want to find somewhere? Is there somewhere to sleep here, or is that not a thing that you should do when you're here?
I mean, if
There are places to sleep in the CZ. It's like squatting. There's a lot of holes to hide in, but whether or not it's safe is the other thing. It can do in a pinch. It's just riskier.
I know I'm asleep, but I live in one of those places, correct?
you actually don't live anywhere yet, you have not even been in Chicago long enough to have a place to stay. You literally got in, you met the guy that you were told to meet, and that guy just immediately was like, no layabouts here, get your lazy ass to the job and make money before.
Right. Okay. So I'm still asleep.
Yep.
Okay.
Etienne also mentions that there are places that you could stay, but I mean, if you're gonna rest for the night, it might make more sense to just leave the zone and rest somewhere else, or but he says that there's places that you guys can stay that are kind of to the north, just before the edge of the zone.
Do you have blankets back here, Darcy? Besides the body bag? I mean, Gertrude?
Yeah, I wouldn't use a body bag for a blanket. Yeah, there's a blanket back there.
The van has heat, right?
Yes, it does.
If we run low on gas, though, there's not exactly stations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, what's
Although,
gas prices like in the CZ?
Nothing runs on gas anymore, though, right? I'm missing my lore on that.
Yeah, gas is not the main source of power for most things. In the CZ, it is the main source of power for a lot of things, but yeah, not for Darcy.
I mean, it's up to y'all if you want to go over there now. It's the middle of the night, and maybe that's the best time for these sorts of things. Or maybe we should come back first thing in the morning.
Is it so? I hear them talking, and I wake up, and I'm like, okay. So I heard you guys talking, and wherever you decide to go, the van might be the best because my elemental's still guarding us. So I don't think we have to worry about anyone hurting us, or at least we'll have a warning if they do.
I like warning.
Etienne mentions Logan Square. Like if we it would be easy to go to Logan Square and it'll be safe.
I like safety.
What do you think, Flea?
Flea is actually in the front seat. Her eyes are closed. She's in meditation right now.
Okay.
you actually see like a lot of tension. Like for someone meditating, that's supposed to be a relaxing pose. You see a lot of tension in her body, and she has actually flipped her hair over so that only the dark side of her face shows, which it's usually almost always on the light side of the face. Um, and she's also like, if you look real close, the white side of the face has tears streaming down, but it's under her hair.
So if you like get all up in her space, you can see it. But
So we can either go to Logan Square and sleep off the night, or we can leave the zone and I can drop you off wherever and we can have a meetup in the morning.
The van's cool with me if you're cool with it.
I mean, it's
Logan
not,
Square, by the way, is Satchel is where you're staying.
Oh, I know a guy named House who could probably set us up. He's kind of an asshole, but he's a pretty cool guy when you get to know him. You cool?
well, since at least a third of the people in this van are sleeping or meditating, I'm gonna make the decision. We're gonna go over there and cool our heels. I just don't think that anyone's gonna be up for chatting at 2:00 in the morning.
He's
All right.
definitely not a chatter.
So with that, you take the drive over to Logan Square, which is kind of in the northern part of the CZ. Maybe like a mile or so, not even, if not even that, from the edge of the northern part of the CZ. And as you're pulling in, probably now around 1, 2 in the morning, you notice that there's a little bit of activity on the streets here. Not a lot, being as cold as it is, but there's a few buildings, and you can see that there are people inside the buildings. They've got fires going or what have you, and you can tell that they're taking note of the vehicle driving through. Etienne kind of points over to, as you're coming down on Fullerton, he points over to this North Milwaukee, which is a very hard left, and tells you to just pull in. And then he points to a garage about half the block up on the left side.
Okay. I will follow those directions.
All right. As you pull up in front of that garage, he hops out, produces a key, it looks like, and opens up the building itself, steps in. A moment later, the garage doors pulls open as he's pulling the chains up, and he beckons you to pull in.
Yeah, that's House, right?
No, that's Etienne opening his garage. So after you pull in, he closes the garage behind. The garage itself is just a garage, and you guys step out of the vehicle. A few moments later, the door opens, and a looks like a dwarf, a young, middle-aged dwarf, actually not young, comes in. Company, Etienne. And he just kind of nods and says, "We just need to stay for the night, between jobs." And she nods, takes a look at who's in the vehicle, and kind of seeing Satchel, she's kind of and then points at Kaida and says, "That one can go to the boarding room. Someone will check him in the morning, and ladies, there's room in the shelter. Just be quiet. It's dark and there are children."
I assume I'm out of the meditation if she's talking to me, so
She's just talking in general about the group.
I'll do a little bow to her.
uh, she looks a little kind of like awkward at that, and then turns and heads out of the garage. All of you follow. You walk down the street, back kind of towards where you turned onto the street, and she points to the building, the main building, and tells the ladies to go in there, and then heads off, expecting that Satchel will take Kaida to the boarding room, which
This way.
is just around the corner.
This way, Magic Man. So, like, lead him around the corner.
The shelter is pretty well appointed. There's a lot of rough looking, and when I say rough, I don't mean like in a bad way. I mean in a like we will rough you up kind of way. Ladies that are kind of they're up, sitting in the front, just kind of looks like they're keeping stock of what's going on out on the street. They're all dressed in just shades of green with black armored vests or black armored jackets. You feel like if someone wanted to try to cause trouble here, they'd be ready to dish out their own brand of GTFO. And as you enter, they point out some rooms that are open for you to sleep in. In the boarding house, the door to the front door is open. There's heat. Other than that, there's just a hallway with a lot of doors that are all open, and a bunch of bunk beds. Some of them are double occupancy. None of them are empty.
Oh, okay. So I just grab one. No, none of them are empty. Oh, okay. So
None of them are empty. Like I said, the doors are all open. It just looks like one of those places where you just grab a spot.
Yeah, get in where you fit in. So I look around the rooms, look into the doors, and I guess since none of them are empty, I find a corner that's pretty bare. I head over there, and then I sit crisscross applesauce. I sit in the corner with what? Sorry, I just sit to the corner though, and facing the room.
I go up to one of the dudes that's like laying on the beds, and I kind of like nudge him a little bit, to like wake him up.
What? No, it's not. It's not flavorful.
I'll trade you some jazz for this bed, and I'd like take out the inhaler that I got from that guard.
What's that?
Jazz
For the
for your
bed?
bed. For the bed.
Yeah. Huh.
So I trade and I get in the bed.
All right. Okay. He just kind of stumbles into another room and gets on a different bed.
Cool.
So Kaida sits in the corner, cross-legged, finds his sleep where he can. The ladies are sleeping in the other shelter. Go ahead. Let's get, just to practice the rolls for healing. It's going to be body plus willpower for Kaida.
Okay, so that's 7. Or do I actually
Right,
roll
so
body and willpower?
You can click body, and then it's going to ask for a modifier, and then it's going to ask you for the other stat. So then you make that one be willpower.
So modifier is 0.
Modifier is 0.
Other stat is got you, submit, boom. And there you go.
All right.
Nothing.
So in the first hour of rest, you actually don't feel any better. So you can keep rolling, though. Every hour that you rest, you get to make this roll.
Okay.
All right. However, once you get settled, it appears that you're able to that headache starts going away, and you actually are able to find yourself falling into a sleep. And then just give that a couple more rolls to see that you get fully healed by the time it's time to wake up in the morning. And then one more, because you still have one box filled in. All right, that'll do it. After about 4 hours, all that stun damage is gone. You sleep through for a little while, and unless someone has an alarm set for prior to 6 o'clock. All right.
There's something I'm kind of tempted to do.
Okay.
It's harsh, but for the character would do it.
Oh Lord, I'm excited.
So during the night, Flea is gonna kind of walk barefoot through the area and go in search of Satchel.
All right. So the building that you're in, the shelter, is not the same building at all as
That's
the
okay.
boarding room. So as you are then exiting into the snow barefoot.
Oh shit. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, then it wouldn't be barefoot.
Okay. So you put on your shoes and head out. The ladies that are at the front, after a couple of hours, it's a different group of ladies, but very much still there.
Actually, no. With what she's doing, she's going barefoot because she's hardcore like that.
Okay. Very good. So yeah, so she steps out and is kind of heading out. The ladies mark her passage. They just kind of give you a nod, as you walk out. It's not really possible to sneak past them. The snow's cold. Let's go ahead and have you roll just body, really.
Okay. If I pass out on my way there, though, I'm gonna be super mad.
I have my doubts that you're gonna pass out.
Okay.
All right. Okay, yeah. So you're fine. Your feet sting from the cold, but you don't get any
I've
mild
taken
frostbite
worse.
or anything like that. Yeah. So you eventually get to where there's just a sign that says men's shelter. It's just kind of painted onto a big board and placed over the door. There's a light on inside. It's not dark. And trying the door, it opens right up.
All right, I begin my search.
All right. Is there any reason Satchel would not be sleeping?
No.
Okay. So there's a lot of snoring throughout the hallways. The hallway itself is lit. There's a light in the hall, but each of the rooms themselves, the lights are off. Yes, it's lit. So each of the rooms themselves are the lights are off. And then again, like I said, some of the rooms have double occupancy, some of the rooms are single occupancy. You find Satchel. It doesn't take long with all the snoring and just kind of trying to move quietly and everybody asleep. You manage to find the room that he's in.
Okay. Just as a precaution, I am gonna cast increased reflexes.
Okay.
My goodness, what is gonna happen?
By the way, as a disclaimer, Never mind. We're gonna see what happens.
Do you, boo boo?
Where do? Oh, here's my magic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna do this at force. How many dice do I have?
Your magic rating plus your spell casting, which is what, like 2, 3?
Spellcasting
3.
is 3. My magic is 6.
Magic is
Okay.
6. So 9.
We'll do a well, I only have my okay. We will do. Oh wait, you know what? I got a platinum gift.
Oh,
So
don't even know
Robert
what
gave
that
me
is, but I'm
a platinum
excited.
gift. So I get a like SmackDown.
So with that, you will get 4 net hits.
Cool.
Okay.
So
So far I have 4 hits. I want to cast a force 6.
okay, so it will give you 4 net hits.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
What's the difference?
it's just giving her 4 hits. So, but
Okay.
it's a guaranteed 4 hits.
Okay.
Okay, so that's for if I need to be fast. But I'm
right.
just gonna go up to his room then, and I'm going to inject him with retro.
What is retro?
What is retro?
Oh, Danny,
It's-
please.
I have no clue what this is.
Well, I believe it's not in the main book, so it's gonna take me just a moment to pull it up because, it's not. It's a toxin. It's a poison. So she's poisoning.
Trying to kill me. Okay.
I don't know that she's trying to kill you, but
No, she's trying to
If-
kill me.
if-
I got you.
if
Hey,
something
you
is
don't know
not-
what I'm
if-
doing, so shut up.
Cool
If
beans.
something is not done about it, you will die. but
Gotcha.
whether she's trying to kill you or not remains to be seen. All right, so I got to pull this up because this is
Oh my.
yeah. Oh, here it is. This is what I'm looking for.
All right.
Oh wow, this is a good time.
Cool beans.
Bullets and bandages.
Wow.
Also, Danny, just a question: are we doing a edge reset each game, or are we doing an edge reset each day?
There are no edge resets, so you will gain a point of edge back each night that
Gotcha.
you get 8 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Or
Oh,
because
sweet.
between missions, you're probably going to have that time anyway, right?
Okay.
So so you don't have to really worry about that. I think somebody has the right idea in the chat. All right, here it is. Retro. Search. Retro. It is a crudely synthesized mixture of antiquated neurotoxic agents like cyclosarin, phosgene, or VX. So if you ever seen The Rock, was that the movie where they were in Alcatraz with Nicolas Cage? Is that the name of
Yes.
the movie, The Rock? Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the movie.
All right. Well,
The stuff that
what's
was in the
gonna
green
happen.
balls.
Yeah, that's what's that. Yeah, she's injecting him with this.
Okay.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness. This is bad for you, dude.
I
Yes,
guess.
So you are awakened by a pinch,
Okay.
and then you're racked with pain.
I'm
and
drug
agony.
tolerant. Does that matter?
It isn't going to matter if you don't succeed on a body ×2 test.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm
All right. So I have
terrified right now.
5 edge left. Can I pre-edge?
You can pre-edge.
All right. I will do that. I will then click the edge button.
Okay.
Did it not do anything?
1 second. So you got to click the edge button, and then what you're going to do is you're going to click on that body.
Okay. Do I have any modifiers?
No.
Okay.
All right.
I'm still waiting for you to tell like what the rest of. I haven't seen that movie, so I still want to know the rest of what retro is.
It's horrific. That said, retro itself is well, we'll go into what happens. So you wake up, and you see standing kind of over you is Lila or Flea. And she's looking down at you, and in her hand is the syringe still. And it takes you a moment to kind of process what's going on, and then you feel this like tension kind of grab a hold of your nervous system.
Okay.
And you're just kind of sitting there. Normally, what happens when someone is injected with retro or is under the effects of retro is there's violent spasms, convulsions. It looks like they're seizing, and then their flesh will start to kind of like bubble, and they eventually will asphyxiate.
Mhm.
Not sure what's going on. It takes you a second. You don't like jump up right away because you feel like if you move, something will break. However, Flea is not seeing the normal actions, the normal activity of someone who has been injected. And it takes just a moment for you to kind of realize that
She's trying to kill me.
however strong his constitution is, it is enough. It has overcome the toxin. And after a few moments, that feeling of tightness begins to fade.
So before those few moments pass, because I'm not gonna like just stand there as he's like waking up. So what happens is I'm crouched down next to him, and as he wakes up and like I see like his eyes realize that I have the syringe, I go, with your demonstrated drug knowledge, I'm sure you're aware of what retro is and what retro does. I have the antidote. I just want to make sure that we can talk and you're going to listen. So this is
all you
part
had
of
to
what
do
I
was speak. The worst thing you could have done is attack me in my fucking sleep.
So you're seizing up right now, Chris. So shut up. This is my turn.
All right, go for it.
So here's how this is going to play out. You asked what I can do. This is part of what I can do. You murder as part of this team, or if I even hear about you committing murder and devaluing life in that way ever again, and you're going to lose your sword hand.
Bring it.
You can't
Let's go.
talk. You cannot talk it right now.
You're not the. All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and give you the antidote, but I need you to blink if you understand what I'm saying.
I stare at you hard as fuck. How
Okay,
dare
so
you come
don't-
at me in my sleep?
You don't understand, and it doesn't seem to be reacting in the normal way, so I'll inject him again.
With the toxin?
Yes.
All right, so at this point, I need you to make initiative checks.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Go shoot, where's that popcorn?
I'll sleep it. You deal with this.
I'm asleep too. I'm asleep. I'm asleep like hell. Shit.
All right. I am relocating the player screen for a moment, just off of Midway Airport.
And And Danny, right
Yes?
before I inject him, I'm going to hit him with the trank patch.
Oh, well, I mean, you decide what you want to do. We're in initiative. So,
oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do trank patch first.
Okay. Looks like Satchel rolled already. So, did you roll for Flea?
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
Cancel. All right.
So my initiative modifiers should be adjusted to +4 plus 2d6.
Yes. All right. 25. You have a syringe and you are first.
All right. I'm going to hit him with the trank patch.
You're going to hit him with the trank patch. All right. What is the rating of the trank patch?
Let me open it. Rating 6.
Rating 6. All right. So go ahead and make an unarmed combat test.
And the modifier is the trank patch?
Nope. It's just a test to see if you tag him with it.
We're going to post edge that.
Okay. Meanwhile, you're going to be making a defense test, Chris.
Okay. What do I need to hit for that? Is that
It's
the
the shield.
shield stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
You have a modifier of so Sarah, whenever you're re-rolling, there's a 6-sided die at the top of your character sheet.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
And you can just click that. But I can see this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, got it. All right. So Chris, it's gonna be the defense, but -2 because of your positioning.
All right. I still have 4 edge left. I'll go ahead and edge one. So I'll go ahead and click that.
Hey,
Then
Danny, I have a question. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy, but I just want to. My spirit, is it responding to this at all?
No.
Okay.
Because
Okay. That's all.
the instructions would be mildly confusing about this particular thing. All
Okay,
right, so
bet.
he actually manages to roll away before you can apply the trank patch. And then it's Satchel's turn.
what the
Trank
fuck
patch
are
is-
you doing in here? As
Trank patch
I
is
say,
unused.
and I like reach for my blade, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I like pull it from my sheath, and I hit my adrenal glands, and I'm ready to fucking go.
All right. Back to Flea.
So the trank patch didn't do much?
You didn't hit
No,
him with it. You didn't touch him.
Oh, okay. Even though he's lit. Okay, whatever. All right. Let's do. That changes my gear. So give me a sec.
You didn't use the trank patch at all. It's still an available item for you.
Yeah,
Because you didn't
I
touch
get
him with
that.
it.
Hey, chat. What should I use? Killing Hands, Nerve Strike, or Penetrating Strike? I can't remember what each one does, so I'm looking as I wait.
is anybody stirring by me shouting at the top of my lungs? What the fuck are you doing in here?
Yeah, probably the guy that's on the top bunk
That's what I was-
is going to be waking up. But I mean, remember, this is like happening in like seconds. So
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
I'm tracking. I'm tracking.
I was gonna ask that when he yells this because I'm in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that I wake up?
Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
This is why, like, I miss playing my mage because I don't remember what everything, or I've never played an adept, so I feel like really insecure about all this stuff I'm doing. But
So
You throw hands and bob and weave. Make yourself quick.
So with Nerve Strike, you're trying to reduce his stats to 0 so that he is then paralyzed. And that can be faster than trying to wear him down if he's wearing, like heavy armors and
all right,
stuff,
nerve strike. Let's
which
turn
he's
that on.
not right now. So all right, it's an unarmed combat attack.
Okay.
Under your core, it should have primary melee weapon.
Where?
Oh,
there it is.
Core combat info.
No modifiers, right?
So before you do anything, you probably want to turn on your agility boost.
Okay, is that a free action or is that?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're gonna get to roll 10 dice.
Okay, walk me through this.
All right. So just roll 10 dice. So with the die button
up at the top.
Mm-hmm. 4. So that means you get a bonus of 4 to all tests that have to do with agility. So I'm going to add that into your modifiers.
Thank you.
And that's going to last for about, I think it's 4 melee rounds. And then you're going to suffer any drain that might come from that. So
Okay.
that's where you're at right now. And then you can make your unarmed strike. All right, so that is a 4 to hit with that.
I'm gonna use the edge I have in the giveaways because 4 out of all those dice is shitty.
Sounds good. This went sideways, folks. This whole session. All right.
Oh, I rolled 1, so apparently that's not meant to happen. That's fine.
So 5. 5 hits. Defense -3.
Defense -3.
Yeah. Reach 1. Oh, no reach. Defense -2.
Defense -2. Okay. Core. Defense. I'll turn my edge off. Defense. -2, you said?
Mm-hmm. Because you still haven't got up out of the bed. All right. So that's going to hit.
Okay.
So you are hitting with a net of 3. Nerve Strike is going to do. Instead of inflicting damage, you are going to inflict 3 to agility or reaction. Your choice. Would you like to reduce his agility or reaction by 3? You're muted?
Sorry. Probably agility because I know he's fast as shit, right?
Right. Okay. So, and then if you can ever get that to 0 through successive strikes, then that will render him paralyzed. So,
Okay.
Okay. So that was your action. What is your response? So you feel that hit and you feel this kind of like slow numbness kind of creeping over that particular limb.
I don't want to kill you.
Also, by the way, it's 10. So if we do want to cliffhang, we could.
We'll finish this round.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to kill you, but if you want to prove something, all you've proven is that you strike in the night and not be effective. And then I move. I want to strike her with the butt of my of my vibro sword. I'm not trying to kill her, but I will annihilate her if I need to. Hit her with the fucking butt of the sword in her temple or something.
Okay, so what we're gonna do then for you is we're gonna have you use your we're gonna say that we're using the club,
Okay.
the cane. So just go into your arms, and then click on cane.
Cane.
And you're pulling your strike because you're not trying to hurt her. So that's going to be a -2 to the roll when it asks.
Okay. I'm clicking cane and it's not doing anything. It just brings up. All right, here. Let's see. There we go. Maybe. No modifiers.
-2.
-2.
It's already calculated.
Okay. I also have a NERPS. I would like to use that if I can. I have
+1.
Plus
So your
one.
modifier is +1.
Okay.
So -2, but then you get 3 dice from the NERPs, +1.
Thank you, chat, for giving us all this cool shit. So
I
that
know,
we can
right?
hurt
Dude, you
each
guys
other
are
instead of
great at
people in the missions.
For some reason, it is stuck.
Stuck?
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
All right, I'm going to go
trying
ahead
to
and
make
hit
it
that.
work. Can you hit it for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So +1. So he swings out with the cane. It's a somewhat clumsy swing. Go ahead and make that defense test by rolling your the shield on your core combat info on that primary armor line. There's a shield.
Is my agility already factored in with my...
Everything's factored in, yes.
Lol.
That is enough to step out of the way, and you do. Bringing it back to your turn at the top of the third and final pass for the round.
All right, I'm going to nerve strike again.
All right, so yeah, she just kind of brings her fingers back and shoots forward once more.
Do I have to roll the 10d6 again?
No, you've used that, so it's up. It's just on now.
Oh, okay.
Your agility boost is on for the next 4 rounds, and it's already
So now,
input into.
now I can just do my unarmed strike, and it's going to account for the... Okay.
Yes. Thank you to Cassie Levitt for building these awesome sheets with all the stuff worked in. It's brilliant, actually.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Lady, whoever. Fucking 10 points.
Wow. All right, so that's a defense roll from Satchel to not get tagged by that one.
So a defense roll, do I have any modifiers? Is it still -2?
No, you got up, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, so the -2, that -2 goes away.
Okay.
So it's just straight up your defense.
Straight up defense. Submit.
3. Okay, so with that, she tags you kind of on the hip, and your leg gives out under you, and you crumble to the ground because your agility is now 0.
Cool beans. Coward.
And so as he lays there,
She's a
unable
coward.
to kind of maneuver,
Finish me now, bitch.
he says, as Kaida wakes up and is looking over, and he sees Flea standing over Satchel, and Satchel yelling out, finish me, bitch, coward. And I don't know what you're gonna do, Kaida, but you're gonna have to do it next week.
Okay. Ooh, you just got
that did
wrecked,
take
bro.
a turn Like I
Oh,
said.
I got wrecked in my sleep, and she missed 1,000 times.
Hey, yo, she said,
Uh, Thomas,
Catch me at
why?
noon, bitch.
Why,
What?
Thomas? You weren't here, and this is what happens. You're gone, and this is what happens.
Hal said in the chat, she swept the leg.
Okay.
she definitely got him.
Right.
Look.
Right now, Sarah's like the emperor doing this, and chat's all like doing this.
Bring it, whatever.
All right.
I like how you leave it all on me, though.
All right.
This was a dramatic episode. That was fun.
There is.
I don't get it, but yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to get.
It
And
makes sense.
all corners. That's the way of it. We never know what's going on in anyone else's mind. This doesn't surprise me at all. I'm a GM, right? I say like, hey, here's a situation, and then everybody just does their own thing, right? So that makes sense to me.
It is what it is.
What will yeah, also I can't do Thomas impersonations that well. So come back and be with us.
We'll be back next
all right,
week.
So yep, and just real quick before we head out, does anyone have anything going on this week that you want to let people know? I know Durier's got he's got his Thursday thing all the time, so
all the time. Can
so.
I talk about it now? Is this the
Yeah, you can always do it.
Okay, so if you're watching, and I have my company does 2 podcasts, they're virtual podcasts. If you can follow me at Daygamer on Twitch, DAYGAYMER. We do a nerd podcast, which is our next episode is on Halloween movies, which will be next Monday at 8, and we're broadcasting on Twitch. Also, this Thursday, we're doing a socio-political podcast. We're going to talk about like current events, and our topic is marriage and if it's still appealing to single people in today's society.
As someone who's trying to move to Canada, yes.
But, and I mean, and we really would love to have people. We have someone on Twitch, one person who watches every week. We don't have a lot of Twitch followers. So if you're there and you're commenting, that would be really dope to have you involved in that. So please come out and support. This was amazing. Right. I did not expect this to go the way it went.
All right. Anyone else got anything? If not, then we'll close out.
Yeah, I think that's it. Don't forget to join our Patreon. Don't forget to join our Discord channel. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch or on Twitter. I assume you're following us on Twitch because you're here. Twitter and Facebook. Twitter, by the way, we still have a couple more days left where we just reached 5,000 followers. So you can get, if you like, comment, and retweet on the post, you'll see the post. It's pinned. You can get some swag. I have the swag right here. We're going to send out 10 lucky people the Rem Alternus poker chip. And so it's Chicago Shadows on one side, and it's our Rem Alternus Dragon on the other, and we have buttons and stuff like that. So check out Twitter, and thank you all so much for the support.
Buttons, stickers, we got stickers, shirts, all kinds of stuff.
I just dumped a whole thing of patches in the drawer. So
yeah, we just give it away because we're dumb.
And also, like, my dream is to be at a con and see my dragon somewhere and be like, all right, thank you guys so much for supporting us, and we'll see you next week.